Welcome back from Graphicxtras. In this tutorial I'm going to show you a plugin called Invert Time, available in the Andrews Plugins Volume 1. It's for Photoshop, CS6, CSC, as well as CS5, as well as CS4 and other applications to PC. Right, just going to go over to the plugin. This is the default setting. I've actually set it to 100%. You can actually set the actual thing to be 50%, but I've just put it to 100%. Bit slower because of that when it's doing the preview window. The basic functionality is to produce inverted images, but it produces thousands of different inverted images, as well as, well, interesting colour effects as well. Here's some of the you can actually go through these. I could just quickly run through these. These are different output settings for the thing, so like different sort of very unusual inverted colour effects. That's just without actually even going to the sliders. You can actually modify, just get quite interesting effects just by going through those. I'm just going to click invert. That actually randomizes all the these settings, so you can just try out quite a few of them very quickly. Different grayscale settings, darker ones, and of course you can now modify the channels. These are the individual channels, the invert for that. I'm just going to go back to the reset, and you can actually see that you can just go more blue, invert that. Blue's obviously the dominant one there, it's the highest value. Reduce that down, increase green, basically independent of channel. So very quick and easy way of creating very interesting invert images. There's also intensity. You can actually control the intensity for each of the individual channels, make it obviously brighter or darker. Also there's mix, so these actually mixing the channels individually. Again, you can actually control the invert for red, green, blue, as well as the actual source image. You can actually blend more or less the source image into the effect. Right. Once I've done that, you can actually also use the extreme option. That's basically, it runs, basically randomizes all the different settings in the plugin. So I can click extreme, and you can see different sort of color inverts. Obviously it's color effects as well as just inverted. So I can go at that point, extreme, click OK, just quickly runs, creates an unusual invert image. Right, go back to the colour, invert time, and there's also other settings. There's also blend options, as with all the other Andrew plugins. So you can just go blend, set that to 100% again. That randomises the blend options, which are all here. So you can just go blend. And again, creates interesting colour effects, very quick and easy. Also modify the colour. This actually changes the randomizers, the colour settings here, so you can tweak the individual pixels. Right, so you can create an interesting blue inverted image. Undo, filter, go back to colour, invert time again, and there's other options such as layer settings. So if you're running this on maybe on a layer or multiple layers, you can actually add to the alpha channel, modify the alpha channel. Great interesting effects for use with layer effects such as bevels, drop shadows and things. Also you've got effects mode, where you can actually apply the actual end result as an effect, such as a blur or a smear. Also you've got options here, post randomization. That basically at the end of it you can actually add or overlay different colour gradients, whatever. So you can randomize the different gradients just by going here. There's different gradient blends, post randomize, just click through those. Just some work better than others. So post randomize, I'm just going to put that to reset gradient, just show you, click OK, and as I say, an interesting gradient effect applied with an invert as well.